Hello, this is Eve Christoph, your love life coach, and this is Eve's Eden. I am wanting to welcome you as a mama or papa. You are ready to take on parenting, and I hear that it's going rough. So far it hasn't worked out. So let's just look at that a little bit, okay? First of all, I want you to start becoming aware of omens. The omens that are guiding you at all times, they are the way that the universe is trying to speak to you. So first of all, one thing to look at is your attachment to how you have this child and the way you think it has to come to be your child really is the first thing the universe wants you to examine and let go of, okay? The only thing that matters is your love with this soul being so profound that you know this is your child. There are so many children that are homeless and parentless in this world. And I know of many stories where people tried to have their own child from their own DNA over and over again and couldn't, finally gave up and adopted, and shortly after were able to conceive biologically. Why is that? Well, because your spirit child had to get you to find them, because they needed a different way to come in. They needed a different kind of DNA, and yet they needed you as the parent. They needed a different ancestral soul family for the gifts they're coming in with, and yet they needed you as the one that loves them, as their spirit home. So please let go. You're keeping your child away from you the more you are attached to how you say it must happen. Now the other thing about omens is omens show you the way the universe is directing the show. So I remember when I was pregnant with my little girl, and I heard about a little boy whose mother had rainbows all around her. Before his birth, there was a tunnel of rainbows, and I was like, oh, I want rainbows. I definitely want rainbows to be the omen when my child is born. She's a rainbow baby. I just know it. She's just so beautiful, and it was true. She is that beautiful. She is that radiant. But the rainbows were never coming, so I was like getting upset, and there was no like lightning storm during her birth. There was a lightning storm when I was pregnant, though. Actually, lightning went through the wall, through my belly. It sounds impossible, but it did, and she was made of lightning. She was inseminated, or the matrix of her had to have lightning to make her. That's a crazy thing, isn't it? So, but those are the omens that actually happen. So like at her actual birth, it was dark. I had to be in stuck in this little hacienda with this wonderful elder who was taking care of me in such a beautiful way. But at the birth, when my water broke, there was a UFO over the courtyard the day before, and then when my waters broke, there was all kinds of UFOs flying wild, crazy directions overhead, and that was the omen. And I was like, what the heck does that mean? Was I giving birth to an alien? I don't know what it means, but in other words, the universe has her own play going on. We are small in her hands, and you need to let go into this play, okay? Now, there is some control you can have, and that has to do with offerings to the spirits of nature, offerings to each other with your love, prayers of gratitude, ways of going under the moon. And the moon is really instrumental in birth energy, the phases of the moon. For me, it's the crescent moon where all my birth magic happens. For some people, it's the full moon or the dark moon. So there you have it. I want you to consider every other option that you've been pushing away, all the doors that have been easily opened compared to the ones that have been so hard that you're beating on, knocking, saying it has to be your way. This child is the first surrender into nothing going your way anymore. It's the child's way. We become servants to the child, and the child's way is the best way for us to become full humans, fully in touch with the meaning of life. And we've received this meaning on such a deeper level. Even if you have a career you love, you have no level of bliss compared to that the child brings, and that includes adoption. 100,000%. Your soul family, your soul child is not always your biological child. Much love, much peace, much joy, much surrender to you, and blessings to this baby coming to you. Okay. Oh, connect here with me. My links are below. And if you've got something from this, please subscribe to this channel. I'm really looking into many topics of all different kinds, but all related to empowering more feminine divine on the planet, and more sexual birth energy. Remember, your sexual energy, your sexual erotic energy, whether or not that is what physically creates your child, is what is bringing this child to you. You just awaken to your erotic bliss, your God goddess readiness for engendering life, supporting life, birthing life. You're going to birth this soul into a magnificent human being. That's where all the creative energy is. That's where you come in. Okay. Much love. Love life.